The Sydney skyline is littered with evidence of a construction boom. David Crawford experienced every tradesman's worst nightmare when a workplace accident resulted in quadriplegia. He's on a mission to eliminate worksite complacency and ensure safety concerns are addressed, speaking to hundreds of construction workers each month.
I asked for the architect and engineer to re-look at the design of that roof because I assumed that it would fail over time, but unfortunately it failed when I was standing on it. My mind just shut. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, that I'd never walk again or I'd never use my hands again. At that point I decided that this has to stop and it can't happen to other people. It upsets me because those type of the accidents that we're seeing are avoidable accidents, and there's only really one word to use, and it's complacency. And that's what I see when I go out onto work sites to tell my story.
Around 3,000 spinal cord injuries occur in Australian workplaces each year. After his accident, David was forced to give up his career and sporting ambitions.
Soccer, I played the game since I was 5 right through to the weekend prior to my injury. Surfing, I started when I was about 10 and worked my way up to competitive surfing. I was a member of Queenscliff Board Riders, and I sort of started in a lot of state championship contests.
When he is not delivering worksite presentations, David dedicates his time to his local community, volunteering at Marine Rescue New South Wales.
David is one of our best operators, very, very calm in all situations, always sort of on the ball. Not only does he work here at the Marine Rescue on the radios, but he also has a Facebook going on which promotes us, and we gain a lot of members through that.
Pimpernel, here is Marine Rescue Sydney. Could you please say again your vessel registration number? Over.
David also participates in cycling challenges in his modified wheelchair to raise money for children with cancer. In 1 month-long challenge, he rode over 80 kilometres. Joe Bolkovics drives David to cycling tracks to train almost every day and has become an honorary member of David's family.
Friendship, strong, very strong, yes, and with the rest of the family too. It comes naturally. Sometimes we go shopping, help with doing a few things. If we go to various shops where he can't reach counters or assemble paperwork. It's one of the main reasons why I'm still in the industry. I would have left a long time ago if it wasn't for regular customers like David.
Despite his many passions, David says achieving nationwide worksite safety is his ultimate goal, recalling how his activism has already changed lives.
One of the staff hadn't been there because he was sick, and he turned up the next morning and he hadn't set his ladder properly and everything else, and he turned up early, and one of the staff members that heard my case was actually on site when he turned up, and he set the ladder and he's about to run up the ladder and the ladder wasn't set properly, and he ran after him and told him to get down, and when he told him to get down, he said, you went here yesterday, you should have heard David's story, because if you heard David's story you wouldn't have done what you just did. He rang me to tell me that I saved the guy's life.